How do you deal with situations where doing the right thing might create problems for you personally?
When I'm in a situation where doing the right thing could lead to personal difficulties, I try to stay calm and think about the long-term consequences. I remind myself that integrity is more valuable than short-term comfort. I also try to talk to people I trust, because getting different perspectives helps me feel more confident in my decision. Even if the outcome isn't perfect, I feel better knowing I acted with honesty and responsibility. Ultimately, I believe that doing what's right builds character and earns genuine respect from others.
That's courageous. Let me ask you another question. What helps people find the courage to stand up for what they believe in?
I think people find the courage to stand up for their beliefs when they feel strongly connected to their values. When something truly matters to them, fear becomes less powerful. Support from friends, family, or even a community can also make a big difference. It reassures people that they aren't alone. Sometimes, seeing others speak up inspires bravery too. And often, people gain courage when they realize that staying silent could cause more harm than taking a risk.
I see. I've got a different question. What can society do to better support individuals who raise concerns or point out issues?
Society can support people who speak up by creating safe and respectful environments where their voices are taken seriously. This includes strong laws that protect whistleblowers, clear processes for reporting problems, and leaders who encourage transparency. Schools and workplaces should also promote open communication so people don't feel afraid of consequences. When society values honesty and accountability, individuals feel empowered to report issues without fear of judgment or punishment.
Thanks. I have another question. In what situations might it be reasonable for someone to stay quiet instead of speaking out?
It may be reasonable to stay silent when speaking up could cause unnecessary harm or when a person doesn't have enough information to make a fair judgment. Sometimes people stay quiet to protect their safety, especially in situations involving conflict or abuse of power. Silence can also be wise when emotions are high and a person needs time to think clearly. In some cases, choosing not to speak is a thoughtful decision rather than a lack of courage.
Thanks for discussing moral courage with me. Now I'd like to change topics and ask you about forgiveness. How do you approach forgiving someone who has hurt you?
When someone hurts me, I start by giving myself time to understand my emotions. Forgiveness doesn't mean forgetting what happened, but letting go of the anger so I can move forward. I try to understand the other person's perspective, which helps me soften my feelings. I also focus on healing rather than blaming. For me, forgiveness is more about finding peace within myself than fixing the relationship. It's a gradual process, but it helps me grow emotionally.
That's mature. I've got a different question. How is forgiveness different from rebuilding trust with someone?
Forgiveness and trust are related, but they are not the same. Forgiveness is an internal choice to release negative emotions and stop holding a grudge. Trust, on the other hand, must be rebuilt through consistent actions over time. You can forgive someone without immediately trusting them again, especially if the harm was serious. Trust requires reliability, honesty, and effort from both sides. So while forgiveness heals the heart, trust restores the relationship.
Interesting. I've got a different question. In what ways can forgiveness help the person who was hurt?
Forgiveness can greatly benefit the person who was hurt because it reduces emotional stress and allows them to move forward. Holding on to anger often affects mental health, relationships, and even physical well-being. When someone forgives, they feel lighter and regain control over their life. It also helps them focus on positive experiences rather than past pain. Overall, forgiveness brings emotional freedom and helps people grow stronger.
I see. Let me ask you another question. How can communities recover and rebuild after major conflicts or wrongdoing?
Communities can heal after serious conflicts by encouraging open dialogue, where people feel safe to share their experiences. Truth-telling and acknowledging the harm done is an important first step. Then, leaders can introduce programs focused on reconciliation, education, and rebuilding trust. Community events, cultural activities, and collaborative projects also help people reconnect. Most importantly, healing requires patience, empathy, and a shared commitment to creating a peaceful future.